arranging of Death to Hall.
I got it at the music store yesterday. They played it all day. And that's exactly what I want to do, get the kids up. Think I want them to sleep this whole weekend away?
They won't now. Anyway, I kind of like that version. I don't usually like all that modern stuff, but that really has a catchy tune. What tape is that?
You won't believe the name. It's Madam Steamroller's Christmas tape. I got it just to play that one song. It's got a couple of nice ones on it, though. I was thinking about playing We Three Kings in Sunday school tomorrow.
That would be nice. You know, I've been up before 7 o'clock this morning. I put on a load of laundry already. I think Scott must have had his whole trunk full of dirty clothes. I don't think he's had anything to wash since he left in September.
You gotta let him wash it himself. He needs some responsibility, you know. But I know how you feel. The older those kids get, the more you seem to love them and the more things you want to do for them.
Well, I made coffee and fresh juice. And these are really good breakfast rolls. If anybody wants eggs, I'll fix them too. You never know what Becky will eat. She's really into that exercising stuff. I don't hear them up. Maybe you ought to play that thing again.
Not for me, you won't. I've been up, already showered and shaved. I got an 8 o'clock class at school. Only been late once. I'm used to getting up with you. You still blowing that trumpet, Dad? Sounds like you still got a pretty good lip. Mama, I got a couple pieces of dirty clothes in the home. You get a chance, you might want to throw them in the washing machine.
I know. I found both pieces. About 6 loads. School's laundry closed down, huh? And your dad does still have a good lip. For playing the trumpet, I mean.
Look at your mom and she's blushing. Come here, honey. You bet I still have a good lip.
Hey, what's with all the kisses? Here, if you two want to kiss, do it right. I brought some mistletoe.
If you two lovebirds want to kiss, you go right ahead. Don't let me stop you. Just don't stand between me and the table. I'm so hungry.
Looks like you can stand to put a little meat on those bones. Man, look at you. What you do? Trying to help folks or something?
Just been working at home.
Anyway, we're not kissing. Your dad's just showing off again. We were talking about how well he still plays the trumpet. And I said he still has a good lip. And that's what they say when you have good tone control. Or something like that. Oh well. Just let it rest.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
How you doing?
Ray, your home is so lovely. I really appreciate this opportunity to share Christmas with you and your family. You know, John and I become really close friends since I started attending my church. I really love our church. The services are so lively, they call it spirit-filled. I was never accustomed to that type of service before. I mean, the singing's great, and the pastor always preaches directly from the Bible. I grew up in the deadest church you have ever seen. My former pastor always played on current events. Sounds like a drag. I always went to church with a little life in it. I'm glad I'm out of high school, so I don't have to listen to them talk about politics and current events and everything.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Mama, these girls are out of this world.
Merry Christmas! Why are we all up so early? What time is it?
Good grief. Look what the cat drug in. Which question do you want answered first?
God, now that's enough. Leave your sister alone. It's not drug, it's drag. You look just fine to me, Johnny. It's about 9:30 and we're just getting ready to trim the Christmas tree and get into that Christmas spirit. That's hard to do these days, you know. You ought to see all the pushing and shoving going on down at the mall. There's not one manger scene in the whole place. The mall owners say it might offend the non-Christians. That's a crock of stuff. I get real upset. There's not much I can do. I put a display of Christmas cards in our window, and I made sure each one had a traditional Christmas theme. It's sickening to see how people try to keep Christ out of Christmas. The clerks are told to say, Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas. And it makes me sick.
That's terrible. But listen to this. I heard a politician refer to Christians as an albatross to their party. No wonder they're so confused. Cities and towns use plastic snowflakes and styrofoam peppermint sticks for decorations. They look cheap and ridiculous. 25 years ago, we would have laughed in disbelief if we were told about all the things that go on today. They just slowly crept in, a little at a time. You know, they want to call it Snowflake Holiday because kids aren't allowed to pray or read the Bible in school anymore. They want a name a little bit more appropriate for the 21st century.
You know, by that time, there may not be families like ours. The end thing back in LA is families without fathers.
Now that burns me to the core. People look at Hollywood for role models. Take it from me, Hollywood cannot teach family values. They say having children out of wedlock is simply the lifestyle of the 90s. When I was a teenager, that was a disgrace. Girls went out of state to have a baby if they weren't married. When politicians embrace abortion and homosexuality, they're far removed from family values too. Look at this article. 2 men adopt a little boy, and they call themselves a family. That's loud. Glamourizing the epitome of the pit. That makes me sick. And they say Christians are simply making a judgmental condemnation of non-traditional families.
Mama, you're really getting into this. There's not much you can do, you know.
Yeah, I like that, Mom. This is the time of year when we're trying to put all of our aggravations and frustrations aside and just enjoy being together.
Yeah, Mom, take it easy. We're not even stirred by all this stuff. We are too. But you know what they say, can't fight City Hall.
Okay. Wish your grandson a Merry Christmas, Mama. Jen, go see your grandma.
Merry Christmas, little man. Grandma loves you. You know, he's the main reason I'm so troubled. Let me finish my piece, and I promise I won't say anything again until after Christmas. You see, this little baby is not quite 2 years old. And he doesn't know what Christmas means yet. You know what's sad? He may never have the opportunity to do the simple things, like shopping in an atmosphere with the wonder and excitement of a single star, leading shepherds, wise men, and kings to see the baby Jesus. He'd be the Savior of the world. I'm sure we'll teach him the 2nd chapter of Luke and explain it to him in great detail. But it's not the same as celebrating Christmas at school, on the streets downtown, on the White House lawn, and in stores. We don't know what will go through his little mind when some half-cracked, harebrained atheist, wearing an intellectual look of a pedagogue, explains to him how foolish and old-fashioned the idea of Christmas is. We've enjoyed the true meaning of Christmas. The little chip may never have that opportunity. America had better wake up.
God will judge America for this. You can't deny Christ and not be judged. Someone said if God allows America to get away with all this, he'll have to apologize to Sodom and Gomorrah and all the wicked people destroyed in the days of Noah. Now, I'm not saying it's too late, but we need to wise up and pray for God's direction. Christians have been silent long enough. We need to speak back. I'm more determined than ever to witness at every opportunity. We need to speak out against these things. I'm so glad that God has given us a family like this. I love each and every one of you, and I'm glad to see you take a stand for Christ. Not just at Christmas, but all throughout the year.
And we love you too, Dad. Let's not let a bunch of unbelievers spoil our Christmas. I may be a little old-fashioned, but I love the traditional Christmas. I love the story just as the Bible teaches, and I believe every word of it. I sure want my son to grow up knowing it and believing it just as we do. While we trim the tree, Mama, why don't you sing the real Christmas songs? You know, like Silent Night and The Birthday of the King and Joy to the World.
Well, you know I've been really sick, so why don't y'all help me sing Silent Night and we'll listen to the Birthday of the King. The words are what's important.
I toss goo here, I fling glop there, I scatter garbage everywhere.
Hey, Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Come on in.
Ray, how you doing?
How y'all doing?
Okay, we're out caroling with the kids and thought we'd come by. We're trying to spread the true meaning of Christmas. You know, it seems like that's vanishing pretty quick these days.
Yeah.
But,
We were just talking about the same thing here, vanishing the spirit of Christmas. We'd love to hear y'all do some carols for us.
great,
Come on in.
great.
Just make yourselves at home.
Your tree is decorated with colorful lights of beauty. May we be reminded that Jesus said, I am the light of the world. He that follows me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Wise men followed the star to see him. Today, wise men, women, boys, and girls still seek him. Now we're going to hang the ornaments on the tree. Ornament. That may sound like a strange word, but listen to its meaning. Something that lends grace or beauty, or one whose virtues and grace add luster to his place in society. Jesus Christ was the greatest ornament of all. He came into the world and shone brighter than the star of Bethlehem. He too hung on a tree, the cross of Calvary. He taught us to let our light shine as tiny ornaments with grace and beauty reflecting his glory. Each ornament that we are going to hang on the tree will represent something that will keep the true spirit of Christmas alive forever.
This ornament represents love. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. This ornament represents hope. Jesus Christ is the hope of the world. This ornament represents charity. Charity means love, love never fails. This ornament represents meekness. God help us to treat all with greatness and meekness. This ornament represents trust. We need to have trust in God. This ornament represents prayer. Prayer is our telephone line straight to heaven. There are never any busy signals. This ornament represents strength. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This ornament represents peace. God gives us perfect peace in our heart when we accept Him as Lord and Savior. This ornament represents honesty. God help us to be honest in all things. This ornament represents humility. Jesus keeps us humble
and he left his home in heaven to come near to give his life as our Savior for our sacrifices. That he made for us. This ornament represents fidelity. God, help us be steadfast in our Christian walk. This ornament represents kindness. God gave us. God helps us be kind to each other. This ornament represents goodness. God surrounds us with His goodness each day. This ornament represents power. Those who believe in Jesus Christ, His Father's Son, receive the power to become sons of God. This ornament represents devotion. To really know the true meaning of Christmas, we must be totally devoted to our Savior, Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
Sing Jordan when we got a little bit, right? You ready? You ready? Everybody knows? I think the
sneak preview of our dress rehearsal, and this is going to be given in the morning at 10 o'clock, and we'll have music from 9:45 until 10 o'clock, so you be sure and come and listen to it again in the morning. And we want to thank all of the members of the cast. Did they do a good job? You think they did a good job? The cast, what do you think about you, Carol? Did they do a good job?
Yeah.
Carolyn, what do you think about your cast? Did they do a good job?
Come on. You don't have to raise your hand. How many people enjoyed spending